Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Noah Kellman, and today I'm going to be showing you some common substitutions and reharmonization techniques that we can use to sound much more pro while playing solo piano. Now I get this question a lot, right? It's really easy to just take a tune and play the chords one after another, even with nice voicings, right? We just learned some nice voicings, but how do we get those really beautiful motions that pianists do to get us from one to the next, you know? It makes our playing sound so much more pro. Well, today we are going to dive right into that, and I promise it's not as hard as it seems. But first, really quick, if you're new to the channel, please consider clicking the subscribe button and the little bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss any more videos just like this one. All right, let's dive right into it. All right, so let's start really simple here. There are some basic little substitutions we can use that are immediately going to take your playing to the next level when you're playing solo piano. So we are looking at the song Body and Soul here. I've been kind of using it as a ballad canvas here. And we have E flat minor to B flat 7, back to E flat minor, to A flat 7, and then to D flat major, right? So really simple chord changes. 1 to the 5 to the 1 to the 4, and that takes us to D flat major, right? All right, so what are some things we can immediately do to make this more interesting? So the most common substitutions we can do are going to come from a half step above or below the note we are trying to get to, or the chord we are trying to get to. Of course, we want these chords to actually work with our melody notes, so that is always important to keep in mind. We have to use voicings that will work with the melody note. But so we're starting here on E flat minor, right? I want to get from here to the B flat dominant, but without just going straight there. I want something in the middle. So here's an option. So I actually threw in two little tricks there. So first, I looked at this F. This F is a tritone away from B, so it would be the sharp 11 in a B dominant chord, right? In a B dominant chord, excuse me. So we could just start with that. All right, so that's nice, right? So we have a B9 sharp 11 here to this B flat 7 with a flat 9. So works really nice with our melody, right? Now I threw in an extra little substitution which further delays our landing on our B flat 7. Here's what I did. So I started E flat minor. We add in our B flat sharp 11 chord here, our B flat 9 sharp 11, and then we land on an F7 with a sus 4. The 4 we resolve to back to the E flat minor, right? And that's really nice. Now, I said half step above or half step below for this substitution, didn't I? So we could also do, and that works too. I actually like the sound of this more, of the B more in this case. But what else could we do here? So I just found a D chord, this B over D, to get to the E flat from below. So it's really simple, right? All of a sudden it sounds much more pro, but these subs are so easy. We're doing E flat, B, B flat, D, E flat. It sounds just like a bass line, a simple bass line. And yet it adds all of this beauty to what we're doing. So let's see if we can get a little more complicated with it. So now I did this A, right? We've got an A7 with actually a flat 9 here, or actually an A13 with a flat 9. Down to A flat 13, and then I'm flatting the 9. But so really, I'm just doing some more of these half step substitutions. Half step above. And then let's see if we can do another little tritone jump here. Nice, yeah, that works. So now we've just got D flat 13. So we could just do this all day. Right, so we just keep adding in the little half-step subs there. Actually, I didn't do any in those last two chords, but I just got a little mixed up there and just kept going for it. But yeah, so we're adding these great little half-step substitutions, immediately taking our playing to the next level. But what are some other common ones? Because we hear a lot of other things besides that, right? By the way, if you are finding this tutorial helpful, please be sure to smash that like button as it really helps me out. Thank you so much. And really quick, I have lots and lots of exercises to help you with voicings, vocabulary, improvisation, and so much more if you check out jazzpianoconcepts.com/store. Every single sale goes to me having time to make more videos exactly like this one and supporting the channel. So I truly, truly appreciate you taking a look and seeing if there's anything there that would be interesting to you. So ready? This next trick is going to build off of what we just talked about, and this is going to totally change your solo piano reharm substitution life. So we're going to combine diatonic chord motion with these little half step above below substitutions. So if you haven't heard me talk about diatonic chord motion before, I've actually talked about it in several videos, so I'll make sure to link to at least one of those. But basically, we're just going to move chords up a scale. So what we're going to do here is, let's see if we can get from the E flat minor to the A flat 7. I'm kind of doing A flat sus and then resolving to the A flat 13. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a basic bass line. So let's see. Super basic walk up. Or even that works too. And we're going to do some diatonic chords first. So let's just take a super basic little E flat minor chord. We've just got 1, flat 7, flat 3, doubling the flat 7 and the flat 3. It's not even the greatest voicing, right? And we're just moving it up the E flat Dorian scale. And then now, to get to the A flat, we're going to do either a G dominant, or we're going to do an A dominant chord of some kind. So diatonic motion, or so easy. All we did was just move our chords diatonically and then use one of those half-step motions to make it really land on our chord that we're going to. Let's try this with another one. Let's see if we can get down from E flat minor to the B flat 7, right? So the first two chords of the song. And when I say down, let's move our bass line down. All right, so let's give this a shot. Okay. So not the greatest voicings I was doing there, actually. Let's see if we can get those a little better. A little better. So I might, work this out a little bit more later. But I think we still get the point across. Let's try moving up to the B flat, because I think that would be a little less awkward in this case of the registers on the piano here, or at least in the voicing vocabulary that I personally know. So we're going to do, or we'll do, we could try that, right? There are actually different options we could do in terms of bass lines, but I'm keeping it very diatonic. So I don't love that jump, right? I might prefer, yeah. That's really nice. So that works really, really nice. And of course, we can also do this in other contexts. So if we're going from C major to F, here's a really common one. Beautiful. So we just did really simple bass line. and it's following our rules that we just established perfectly. And of course, that motion of C to F is 2 to 5. So the most common progression we ever see, 2 to 5, is basically what we want to master these little substitutions on more than anything, because that's what gives us the most leeway in pretty much all jazz standards, right? So there's another little trick. So this next little bit of advice is, instead of getting from one progression to the next, this is how do we kind of delay landing or add a little bit more interest to the landing point. So if we're finishing a 2-5-1, that's nice, but one thing that pros will do a lot is actually, again, delay the landing or make the landing a little bit less direct, so we have to move away before we finally settle. So something like this. So let's take the end of the A section of Body of Soul. So in this case, we take the note a half step above and below, and we just move between those, right? Before we finally resolve to the major. So I'm literally just taking the major above and below and messing around. There's another really beautiful little bass line delaying the landing, moving us up to the 1. So we're taking B major, right? We've got actually a B major 6 chord here. And we finally land. And it's really nice because these work with the melody. You could do the same thing on the way down instead. Or just 3. So these little delayed landings are absolutely beautiful and are really going to make you sound more professional here. So to sum everything up, we can use those half steps above or below our chord where we're landing to get there. We can do little delayed landing, so we are landing on a B flat 7, but we start with a B flat sus and resolve. If we're going to land on a D flat major, instead of landing right there, we'll actually do a little walk up. So what we're doing is essentially using sensible bass lines to lead us from one chord to the next. We combine diatonic chordal movement with these little half step motions that keep us a half step around the landing chord. And when we combine all that, suddenly our playing has a whole new level to it. Instead of just going one chord to the next chord to the next chord, we're able to add all of this interesting and unexpected motion and reharmonization around the chords of the song. So actually our power just went out, and thankfully most things are running on batteries here, but my dog is freaking out. So this video is now officially done. It's okay, Bob. It's okay, Lily. Don't worry, it's okay. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you got a lot out of this video, please click like, please click subscribe for more, and hit that bell to turn on notifications. And I will see you very, very soon with more content. It's okay, Lily. All right, see you guys soon.